So the data set is given below. When I draw a scatter diagram, comment on the type of relationship that appears to exist between x and y. And then part B, they give you some of the values to determine least squares regression line. We're actually going to use technology on that. And then part C, we want to graph the least squares regression line on the scatter diagram in parts A. So let's go ahead and we're going to use, I mean, you could probably muscle through this, kind of looking to see which line it is. We're going to use the technologies. In practice, these are actually, you'll have many more values for x and y. We're going to open in StatCrunch. Okay, so we can go ahead and do graph and scatter plot. So x is x and y is y. And compute. And we're just going to see which one sort of matches up with what we have there. A is actually looking pretty good, isn't it? Let's see what else we got. It's definitely not B, not C, and not D. So A is the only one we got a point here. It looks like around 1 and 5. Well, it's 1 and 5.2. And then the next one is at 2 and 5.7. So we start at 1, we go up a little bit, and then come back down. So there appears to be a linear negative. And we have to be really gracious with when we say linear. I mean, it looks like it almost kind of goes up and goes back down, almost parabolic right here, but we're going to give them a little bit of grace here and say linear negative. So now let's get our equation. You can use these values here. The book, I think, goes through some of that. We can use the R and then the quotient of SY and SX, multiply that out. We're going to use our technology to do that. So let's go back to StatCrunch. And let me close out of that plot. Go to Stat. We're going to run a simple linear regression. X is in X, Y is in Y. That made it easy. We'll go ahead and have that fitted line on there and just press compute. I'm just taking defaults pretty much. Okay, so make this a little bit bigger and we can scoot it over here. We can see our line going through. Come back. So here's our equation. 6 point, and we're running to 3 places. I wish they would stick with 1. We have 6.811. Oh, sorry. And notice what also they've done. So now we're doing x first and then the value. So here it's going to be negative 0.794 x and then plus 6.811. Looking good. Now we're going to choose the graph that best fits that data. We've already graphed it. Let's come back over here, just press the next button, and there's my line. Okay, definitely not A, definitely not B. Looks like C, right? So we have, and maybe I'll have shown you the applet by now on how this actually works, what it's trying to minimize. And so it is C. Okay, so I hope that helps.